Welcome back to me trying to quit porn in 120 days. Today is day 20. It's been 20 days since I've decided that I'm quitting porn forever. And we are only 100 days away from getting rid of this addiction forever. I know I say only as if like 100 days isn't a long time, but I just want to say that it's felt so long, but so short at the same time for me being on this journey already. It's only been 2.5 weeks, approaching 3. Actually, I could say honestly 3 weeks now. And I feel amazing. Being off this dopamine trap that I've been handcuffed to my whole life, it's been nice. I finally feel like I'm sharper mentally. I feel like I walk more with confidence. I insinuate more confidence. I feel like people know when I'm in the room now. Like I'm actually a presence rather than, when I used to walk in a room, no one would care. I would just be another guy. But it seems like now, when I'm actually just going about life, I feel people are more positive, in terms of the way I'm carrying myself, my confidence, my posture, my energy. And I definitely do believe that was mainly because I've stopped fapping. I stopped doing this thing that has it's a sign that you're a low status guy. Only low status people fap. They watch porn. They watch other men fuck the women that they want. It's something low tier people do. And now that I've stopped doing that, I finally feel like I'm more of a man. A lot of people say that that's cringe. Oh yeah, you feel like you're a man. Who do you think you are? But I'm telling you, what's wrong with looking at you like you're a man? Like looking at yourself and being like, I like myself. I'm a man. I'm doing this. I'm staying true to who I am. I feel like I definitely believe that that's what makes a man who he is. A man who keeps his promises, who's doing the things that he tells himself he's going to do throughout the day. You could see it physically through the way he carries himself, the way he feels about himself, the person he is. And I'm telling you, the more you start doing these things, there's also going to be a downside to this. People are also going to want to challenge you. People are also going to look at you negatively because there's so many people who are attracted by dopamine who don't have the strength like us, who want to get rid of our porn addiction or whatever addiction that they might be trapped by. They see that you're taking a step back from modern day life, of just being encouraged to scroll on social media, eat junk food, do all this stuff. But when you finally start taking a step back and start doing things, the hard things, which is taking a step back from junk food, eating, getting off of social media, quitting your porn addiction when you've had it for so long, people will feel threatened. People won't want you to do that because when you level up, it projects their own insecurities. You are projecting insecurities onto them because they feel threatened. You're an embodiment of a disciplined person. You're doing what they believed was so out of this world. So I'm telling you, if you're on this nofap journey and you notice that you have friends who are like making fun of you or slightly pulling you back, don't listen to those people because those people don't want what's best for you. There's a reason why you're in the spot you are in today, bro. There's a reason why you've been doing this shit and you haven't been getting anything out of life. The friends you have, you listening to people dictate your life saying that, oh yeah, well, good for you. It's because they don't know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. I'm telling you, listen to yourself. Be selfish. I know people be like, oh yeah, be humble. Be humble. Oh yeah, you can't be, this guy thinks he's full of himself. Be full of yourself. Obviously in a intellectual and self-aware way, not in the stupid way. But if you know something's right for you, you know that, fuck, if I go to this place, it's going to be an amazing experience. Or fuck, if I get rid of porn, I know my life is just going to instantly get better. If I stop smoking weed, I'm just going to feel better. You do the things that you know is good for you. Because I'm telling you, when people are gonna have something to say right now, but once you do the thing and you stay consistent over time, what's gonna happen is that people are going to see that. People are going to reward you, ask you how you did it. Or what's going to happen is people are actually just going to want to stay away from you. Or people are going to, want to become your friend. What I've noticed is that when I started leveling up, I remember I started working out when I was 19. That was the day I truly told myself that, look, I want to start doing good things. I don't want to continue to play video games because I'm only attracting the wrong type of people. So I got off the video game, started playing stopped playing hella video games, started going to the gym, and I stayed consistent. I had a few friends as well who wanted to get into the gym with me, but they never stayed consistent. I was the only one who stayed consistent. Started building a bit of muscle to me. It bulked for a bit, and let's just say bulking definitely made me big. It made me fat. And I didn't see any rewards from the gym whatsoever. But over time, I wanted to cut, and that was when I really started to see that I'm different. I'm not the same guy who I was before. But the thing is my identity, the person who I thought up there in my mind, was still somewhat of that loser kid, that femboy, that guy who didn't really see himself as the guy who he really was. I was a good-looking, tall, attractive, muscular guy, but I was walking as if I was a bitch. I was a pussy. I was letting people walk all over me still. But I definitely do believe that was for a reason, because I was still fapping. I was still doing these low-level stuff, things that only low-tier people do. The reason why I'm saying all this is because I want you to understand that your mindset's so important. You could do all these things. You can get rid of porn. You could stop smoking weed. You can have the best body on earth. You can have all the money. But if your mindset is trash, you think of yourself as a low tier person, it's gonna show in some way or form. You could put up a front. You could say, "Oh, I'm this guy. I'm that dude," all you want. But if you actually hate yourself, it's gonna show in some area. Because there's always gonna be someone who's better than you. No matter what you think in life, there's always gonna be someone who's going to be doing better than you. What most people do is they get intimidated. They get scared. They want to run away from that. But what strong people do, people who are strong mentally, what they do is they look at those people as inspiration, saying that if he can do it, I can do it. And that's what real masculinity is. Not this fake toxic masculinity where people drag each other down because they want to be seen as the man. No, real men uplift other men and make them into the men they are. The reason why I'm saying all this is because I feel like I'm finally waking up. I feel like I'm finally having my spiritual awakening. I feel like I'm finally just moving differently, speaking differently. I'm not perfect, but I'll be there one day. I'm going to constantly improve. Being off porn for 20 days has made me realize that, fuck, I'm sick and tired of being a pushover, little fucking cuck bitch. Fucking jerking off my shit all day. And if you have that same flame in you, that same purpose, you're addicted to porn, but you want to get the fuck off of it. It's fucking stolen away your life, stolen hours away of your life, destroyed your brain. Then consider subscribing to this channel, because you're going to get valuable content from someone who only wants to help people get rid of this fucking demon, this fucking virus that has plagued our lives since we were fucking kids. Literally kids. I got exposed to porn when I was I'd say early teens. It's made me into a fucking wimp, a pushover. People were playing with me. And what did I do? Instead of having the masculine drive to go and conquer the day and conquer my habits, instead I conquered my fucking penis to porn, bro. It's a sad reality. But anyways, all I want to say in this video is that your mind is your biggest asset, but at the same time, it could be your worst enemy. So make it your biggest asset. Start journaling every day, meditating. If you have to, just go out in nature. Like in this video, I just went through a beach walk. It'll make you instantly feel better. Protect your mind. Get rid of those shitty friends that don't support you. And that being said, tune in for day 21. Peace.